A temporary ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine has come into force, marking a brief respite from the ongoing conflict. The 32-hour truce, which began at 4:00 p.m. local time on Saturday, was agreed upon by both sides in response to U.S.-led diplomatic efforts that have yet to bear fruit. President Vladimir Putin had ordered the ceasefire just days before Orthodox Easter celebrations, aiming to ease tensions and promote a sense of calm amidst the chaos. The Ukrainian government has pledged to respect the truce if Moscow does, with President Volodymyr Zelensky stating that Kyiv will respond strictly in kind. As the world watches this fragile peace hold, it remains to be seen whether this brief lull can pave the way for a more lasting resolution to the conflict. Looking ahead, the international community will be closely monitoring the ceasefire's effectiveness and its potential impact on the war's trajectory, with many hoping that this temporary reprieve can serve as a stepping stone towards a more comprehensive peace agreement. Fuel tankers have regained access to Ireland's largest oil refinery in Cork after a 5-day blockade by protesters. The refinery, operated by Irish Oil Company, was shut down due to concerns over the environmental impact of a proposed new pipeline. Protests were organized by a group opposed to the pipeline, which they claim would harm local wildlife and water sources. The blockade led to significant disruptions in fuel supplies for Ireland's transportation sector, causing fuel shortages and increased prices at gas stations. Authorities worked with protesters to find a solution, eventually agreeing to meet their concerns over the pipeline's environmental impact. The refinery has since reopened, with tankers once again able to supply fuel to Irish markets. Looking ahead, this incident highlights the delicate balance between economic development and environmental protection in Ireland. As the country continues to grapple with the challenges of climate change, it will be crucial for policymakers to find sustainable solutions that balance competing interests. A man wielding a machete was shot by police in New York City's Grand Central Station on Saturday morning, after allegedly wounding 3 elderly individuals. The incident occurred at 9:40 a.m. United States Eastern Time when police responded to a call about a man with a knife at the iconic transit hub. 3 victims were taken to hospital, including an 84-year-old man, a 70-year-old woman, and a 65-year-old man, who lost their life in the attack. The suspect, who is now in critical condition, was shot by one police officer after refusing to drop his machete. This shocking incident has raised concerns about public safety at major transportation hubs. Looking ahead, authorities will likely review security protocols and consider additional measures to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. Coachella kicked off its highly anticipated festival in Indio, California, with a star-studded lineup that included singer Sabrina Carpenter. The event began with a surprise performance by the 20-year-old pop sensation, who emerged onto the stage after being pulled over by actor Elliot in a short film parodying a traffic stop. Meanwhile, comedian Will Ferrell made an unexpected appearance on stage later in the night, dressed as an electrician and entertaining the crowd with his signature wit. This year's festival marks a significant return to normalcy for the event, which was postponed last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As the music industry slowly recovers from the pandemic, Coachella's lineup is being closely watched for signs of a thriving live music scene. Looking ahead, fans will be eager to see how the rest of the festival unfolds, with a diverse range of artists and performances scheduled over the next 2 weekends. The President of the United States has unveiled a grand design for a giant gold-accented Victory Arch in Washington, D.C., which is set to become a prominent landmark in the nation's capital. The project, announced last year, aims to welcome visitors from Arlington National Cemetery as they cross the Memorial Bridge into the city. The arch, inspired by the iconic Arc de Triomphe in France, will be a striking addition to the city skyline and a symbol of American victory. Construction is expected to begin soon, with completion slated for 2025. This project marks a significant development in the nation's capital, as it will not only serve as a tourist attraction, but also pay tribute to the country's rich history and military heritage. Looking ahead, this monumental structure is likely to become an enduring symbol of American strength and patriotism, sparking both excitement and debate among citizens and visitors alike. Peru is holding its presidential election on Sunday, amidst a decade of political turmoil. Ricardo Belmont, an 80-year-old conservative candidate, has emerged as a viable contender after initially being lesser known, and has pledged to bring an end to corruption, that has plagued the country. Belmont's message resonates with many Peruvians who are fed up with the status quo and seeking change. The election comes at a time when Peru is facing significant challenges, including economic instability and social unrest. The country's politics have been dominated by corruption scandals and power struggles between different factions, leading to widespread disillusionment among citizens. Looking ahead, the outcome of this election will be closely watched as it has the potential to bring about much-needed reforms and a fresh start for Peru.